Hi, Jamie. Hi, Marion. I think we're live. Going to give it a couple of minutes to let some other people get in. It says we're live anyway. And there goes the alert, so hopefully it's all working. OBS and Streamlabs just did an update as I was prepping for tonight. Thank you, Jamie. Hi, Sue. Let me, as a matter of fact, close that out so we don't keep getting alerted every few seconds. Gonna give it just a second to get a few more people in here, guys, and we will get started. I know everybody's busy this time of year. All right, make sure I've got everything on that I need on and off that I don't. Yay! So I hope everybody is having happy holidays so far. All right, everything is set, so we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. Hi, Nedra. There goes Sue dancing. All right. I am looking at the calendars, guys, and I just want to say thank you to all my moderators. You guys are doing an awesome job. Greatly appreciate everybody. Thank you so very, very, very much. This will be the last live we do before Christmas. It will be the last file before Christmas. On the 28th, I scheduled a live. I don't think that I am going to do a live that night, guys. I will release a file for you guys. It will be the last file of 2020. And it's going to be something like a thank you card that you can send to any host or people that you got gifts from if you didn't do a family party and you want to send a thank you card out and wish them a happy new year. So that is what I'm going to do on the 28th rather than do a live, because they are going to let my husband come home on Christmas Eve, and he has to go back in the afternoon of the 28th. And I would like to spend a little bit of time over the holidays with him instead of trying to prepare a file and do a live and all of that stuff. So hopefully you guys can forgive me for not going live with that, but I will do a recorded tutorial of a thank you card that you guys can send out to everyone, thanking them for your gifts over the holidays and wishing them a happy new year. So you will get something on the 28th. It just will not be a live. And I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters, my Ko-fi supporters, and of course my YouTube channel memberships. Couldn't do this without you guys. You are greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. So we've covered all of that. Now I want to go in. I got a little bit of viewer mail here, so I'm going to switch over. And first of all, this may not be the way this was supposed to look, Miss Sheila. I see you sneaking in over there. But the post office almost destroyed my card from Miss Sheila. It's a very, very, very pretty card, and I put it back together. I wasn't sure how it went. I think I got it right, but I can't promise that I got it right. But either way, it's still gorgeous. Thank you, Sheila, for that Christmas card. Greatly appreciate it. And then I got also a hand-stitched card, very, very, very pretty, from Miss Louise. Thank you so very much for that, Louise. Greatly appreciate those, guys. And if you guys want to send cards and things like that on my site, craftingwithapril.co, I'm sure one of the girls can get the link in there for that. On the homepage, there is a viewer mail address. If not, you can message me and I'll be happy to give it to you. All right, so what we're doing tonight, and I'm just going to pop back over to the file before we come back over to what I've cut. We're going to take a little peek at the file itself. If you are a Patreon, Ko-fi monthly, or a cutie collector or higher on YouTube, you have access to this file on craftingwithapril.co on the Supporter 2020 tab. I have 2 boxes in here because when we do cups, and I've noticed that even myself, sometimes it depends on where our design lands as to what kind of box we need, okay? So the windows on these are in 2 different places. One is if you put it right on the end of the cup, so when they're holding it by the handle, and I'll show you those here in just a moment, then you'll want to use this one that's in the red if you've got it on the end. If you've put it on the right or the left-hand side of the cup, so when they're holding it, it's facing towards them or away from them, you're going to want to use the blue, okay? Or if you don't want a window at all, use the red one and contour out your window. Just simply detach your score lines from the attach here. You're going to come down here, you're going to select it after you ungroup it, and you're going to detach all of your score lines, and you're going to hit your contour and take out the window. Okay? Now, there's a little dot in there. You can contour that out if you're not going to do a tag, but instead of wasting this piece if you're doing a window, I just put a hole in it so that you guys could use it for a tag. So if you don't want that, you can always detach your score lines and take that out as well. This one over here looks a little bit different. You notice right here you've got this area that's cut away. These sides are big on this. You can trim them down if you're trying to save paper. I made them a little large because sometimes our cups can be heavy, and if you used cardstock instead of a craft weight paper or a heavyweight paper, you would have some substance to that box, because 80-pound cardstock isn't quite enough for a box like this with the heavy mug in it, and I'm going to show you that also. Okay? So make sure that when you're cutting this, you're using good materials, you're using the correct materials, and you can, what have I got? I got something hidden in there. I don't know what I hid. If you see something funky in the file that doesn't look like it belongs, it probably doesn't, or I must have clicked it. Nothing else hidden. Do I have 2? Oh, I think I've got 2. Let me delete. Nope. Undo. Delete that one. I got 1 too many. There we go. Let me save that. If you happen to get the file before I fix that, you may want to get it again or just delete that one that I did. You got 2 of these pieces. You don't need 2. I had one hidden where I was working on stuff just in case I messed up, I think, when I was doing this blue piece. So that is the file. Super easy, super simple to put together, okay? I promised you guys super quick and easy for the holidays, and for those last minute cup gifts and stuff that you guys have, wanted you to have something to gift it in. So let's pop over. Now I've got one that I'm going to be gifting that is for a birthday and not for Christmas. So I am using some of this, and I have stamped it with Magnolia, and I have a card to match and things like that I'm going to be doing to give with this. So I have used one of my Stampin' Up! Magnolia stamps, and I have stamped some ink on this brown paper because the card is done with the brown papers as well, the craft papers. So you can do many things. I'm just showing you guys how this goes together with the brown cardstock, but you can use what you want. This one was my mock-up that I did, and this is a front-facing. This is the red one with the window in the center. And you can see that this design on the cup goes all the way around. Now your handle sticks out the back, and that's so you have a little bit of play. If your cup is a little bit fatter than the one that I used, I wanted you to have some space, okay? But if yours is smaller like mine is, wrap some tissue around it. You've got plenty of room, okay? So you just put tissue on the sides. Just going to open it up, and then they can pull the cup right out, okay? And it'll go back in there as well, without a whole lot of damage to the box. That way they can keep it. Now on this one I did a side facing, okay? I didn't put the tag on this. This is a mock-up, guys, so don't pay attention if it pops apart. I didn't glue it well. So if you want to do the side facing, it will end up like this. And that's if you've got your design on the side of the cup. Now, what if you have it on the other side? Because that cup's going to go in here, and if your design's on the back side, all you're going to do on that blue one is flip it horizontally. Or either you're just going to cut it like it is and fold your flaps back the other way. Okay, that's all it is. You're just going to reverse the way it's cut so that the handle ends up on this side. So if your design is here, your handle comes out over here. Super easy, super simple. You're just going to flip it horizontally before you cut it if your design is on that other side. Mine is with the handle to the left and the design here. So again, okay, if you've got your handle to the right, you'll want to flip it. This one I did from Cricut cardstock, and you can see when I pick it up, it starts to bend and give. It's not quite heavy enough with that cup in it, okay? You can get by with it. You're just going to have to be careful with it because it can pop apart on you, or collapse, not pop apart, but collapse on you because it's just not sturdy. Even with the reinforced sides and the thing in the front, it's still a little flimsy. Now it might strengthen up if you want to cut a second panel and put in there and not do a window. That might strengthen it up, or you can cut a couple more liners and put in there. But you can get by. I mean, if it's just a quick gift, you can get by with your Cricut cardstock. Okay? Or 80-pound. You get it at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, whatever it is that you're using. This that I'm using right here that I like to use for boxes is from paperandmore.com. It is an 8-10, and I actually ordered it on accident. I was trying to get cover weight, which is 100 and I think it's 100 pound, might be 110 cover weight. I was ordering that, and then when it arrived, I'm like, that's not the right paper. That's too heavy. This is kind of in between poster board and craft board. It's an 18 point, and it's a little heavy, but it's great for boxes for heavy things, okay? So if you're putting heavy stuff in a box and not a t-shirt, this stuff is great, and I get it at Paper and More. So you're just going to fold your tabs back on each end of this one. And then you have a tab right here. You're going to fold that. Okay? And you'll notice there's a couple of little tick marks on each side. That's intentional. And you'll see here in just a moment why. And then I'm just going to fold right there on that score line as well. So all the way across. And across the bottom. Then you're just going to open it up and you're going to do these side panels. So that piece should look something like this once you've got it folded. I'm going to move these two out of the way. We're going to put both of them together. These are really quick. And then you're going to fold this one here. This is your handle piece. And then that flap here. This is actually the top of the box, okay? And you have the little slits here so that it will catch when you close it. And then this piece will look like this. And you're going to flip that over, and where this piece has those two little weird indentions on them, that is what you're going to glue down, because that's actually the bottom of the box. This piece right here is actually the bottom. We're just going to place that right there, and those two little divots are just so that you can line that up, get it straight right up on the bottom of that box, and press it down. And so everything's lined up on the score line, and those little divots are going to go right up against the base of that board, that craft board, whatever it is you're using, cardstock. And it's just so that you can, it's try to make it as seamless as possible, because we can't cut this big without 12 by 24 paper. My autofocus is doing some weird stuff, isn't it? See if I can get that to pop in. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes with bigger projects it'll do that. So I just wanted to try to get it as seamless as possible for you because of the length of it. So then you're just going to bring it up, and we're going to fold. This is the side with your window in it. If you want to do a window, I did not put these in there because I use scraps. You can use acetate, whatever you have. This is the foil acetate. I think it was 3 by 4.5. 3 by 4.5 is what I cut those at. And it was just from a scrap piece that I had. So if you want to add a 3.5 by 4 inch rectangle into your file, which is a square, you're just going to unlock it. Then you can place that in and put yourself a window right there. Just going to give that a rub. You can tape it down, glue it down, whatever you want. Then you're just going to put some glue on this tab here and this tab here. And then we're just going to bring those up and sit them upright, just even along the edge of your box bottom. Give that a rub, and then same over here. You just want to bring it up square. You can flip it over and check. Make sure you got that good and square. And we're just going to fold this tab in. And I'm using art glitter glue. I just got it in a tiny bottle. And then I'm just going to flip that up, and I'm not going to flip it all the way back, and I'm going to get this tab too. You don't have to glue this right here, but the box does stay together better. You can just put your cup in and fold it up if you want. Totally up to you. You're just going to bring that in. Make sure it's even at the back and give that a press down. I'm going to do the same on this side. Get those even. Flip it over and give that a rub down. How super simple is that? Take your cup. Mine's not dry yet. You want to make sure it's dry so you're not pulling it apart, okay? Just pop that in, push that forward, and you're done. Super easy, super quick, simple. Okay? I stamped that one upside down. I knew I was going to stamp one upside down. That's okay. I can live with it. Super easy. Now that's the window in the front. And you're basically going to do the same with the window on the side. This is the one that has the slits in it. That's actually the top. And then you've got this funky piece, and we had to cut out of this reinforced side on that to get that window in the side. And it's okay, it still works. And then you're going to fold this one exactly the same. You're going to make some of the chapstick boxes tonight, Shirley? I love those little chapstick boxes. All of them. There's so many different styles. I think I have 3 or 4 on the supporter tabs. I try to do a different one every year so that you have variety. You can change them up and mix and match and do different cards in one year too. So now we've got this one all folded up. And again, we're going to take this one right here. That's the top, the bottom right here. And it has the little divots on the side. And we're going to glue that down right there. Probably should have stamped this first. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. And again, I'm just lining that up. Right on its edge, right butting it right up against that. Okay. Now we're just going to glue these 2 tabs. It does take 2 sheets of paper to make this box, but you have some fairly large scraps on it that you can get other stuff out of, and then you, of course, are going to get your tags out of it too. Pull that one off. Now this tab's going to be kind of weird because it's missing the other side, but that's okay. We're just going to put some glue on there. I forgot to put my window in. I'm just going to run a bead of glue right around my window area. Should probably do that before you put that other piece in, so that you can press it down well. Oops. I'm going to pull that out of there. I think I'm going to have to adjust that file, guys. If you're doing this side window, I'm going to trim that out. You guys can watch me trim it out. If you've already got this file, you might want to work along with me. I thought I got that trimmed out enough, but I didn't. See right there? I'm just over 1/8 of an inch out. Glad I didn't stamp this one over and all that. My window will go in there. I'm putting mine to the outside so I can pull this out when I recut my box. Because I did it wrong. But your window will go here. And then your cup in there. So let's pop over and adjust this window. Let's see. All right, so this is the culprit. I'm going to hide this group really quick so that we don't have to worry with both of those. I'm going to shrink it. Well, I went to -75 and it got bigger. Okay. Don't know about you guys, but I've been having some weird design space things happen. So I'm going to bring that over. Bring that over. Let's group that. This one's okay. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to hide that. Oops. Missed the group. Where's the whole group? Oh, it's not in there. I didn't group it. All right, let's hide that. I'm going to take this one to play with. Well, I say I am. Again, I'm still having design space issues. I'm on a Mac. This is not a Windows, so Windows isn't the excuse here. I don't know. Don't know if it's going to even let me do anything. There we go. All right. All right, more than one way to skin a cat. Let me get this and just... Nope. Let's try again. And I do have the 1.148, so I got another update. The more they update, the more mine breaks. All right, let's try that again. So I'm going to hide this group. Maybe I shouldn't change my size. I'm going to ungroup this. I'm going to duplicate this. Maybe we'll just kind of drag it down. I guess I'm not. Does anybody else have these weird issues too? Or is it just me? I mean, because I've selected the piece and the only thing moving is the bounding box. Nothing's moving except that. I can select that piece and move it, but I can't select anything else and move it. I mean, seriously, seriously. Seriously. See, I can't do anything. I don't know how I'm going to fix this for you guys. What I want to do, guys, and I can explain it to you, and if you have an issue, please, when it's working, then I will go in and I will fix this file. But evidently, I can't fix it for you because Design Space isn't going to let me. Maybe I can get it here. I don't know which one I'm detaching now because it jumps all over the place. I don't know which one is detached. Okay. Maybe we're getting somewhere now. I probably detached everything that I didn't want to. So now I've detached those score lines on that bottom piece. I'm going to contour it. And I am going to hide all contours except this square. And you can see where I made it from the other one. So I need to hide that one because this is the piece I want. Let me try something else. I can do without that new canvas. I'm just going to say that. I can do without it. Amazing. Okay, let's try it now. Maybe that is the issue. Okay, let's hide that group so that we can work. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to minimize my screen down so that you guys can see. I am going to duplicate it. Just going to move that out of the way for now. I'm going to ungroup. That's what it is. It's their stinking new canvas. All right, so now I'm going to make these white so you guys can see them too. Detach. Get rid of all of those score lines. I'm not going to need them again, so I'm just going to get rid of them. And then I am going to contour. And I'm going to take out the big one and just leave me with that square. Now I know that this one is not, let me make it bigger. I know that my window needs to be a little bit, I'm about 1/4 inch off, or 1/8 inch off. So I'm just going to go in there at 1/4. Make this a light blue so we can see it. I'm going to detach my score lines off of that piece. There we go. And I'm just going to make this one, I'm unlocking it, and on my width, I'm going to make it 0.25. Not my length, my width. It didn't unlock. Unlock. Now this canvas doesn't want to work right with that. My handle's not there. My unlock handle is gone. So you can't. Let's change that to 0.25. I can't get it to unlock. Every time I unlock it, it locks itself back. Yeah, they need to figure out what it is that needs to be done, and they need to fix it. 3.75 high. So let me just get a square. Not even going to worry with using that piece. There's no reason in the world why I can't unlock a piece I've already used. That, I don't know. That's not the right height anyway. Okay. All right. And see, it's so frustrating because that's not even the right size. My bounding box is larger than my piece, so I don't actually know what size I have it sized to. It makes it really difficult to design if anybody from Cricut is listening when things don't work properly, because then you don't know if you've got it set up right for others. I'm hoping that that's right, guys. It's all I can do. It's the best I can do. I fought these issues all day long to design the box. I'm going to slice it out. And I still have a piece in there because I can't get it to line up like I want it to. I'm just undoing to see if I can get back in there. That's why I wanted this piece, was to use the exact size. So let's go in. I'm just gonna hope and pray that this is right. How can the piece I sliced be smaller than the... Oh, boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. I think that will fix it, guys. So if you got the file before I fix this, make sure that you go in and you get the new one. I will cut another one here in the next day or two, and if it's off, I will fix it. I'm going to get rid of this one. Get rid of that piece. And then we're going to bring all of this back together. They took our feedback button away from us in Design Space, so we can't really even leave feedback now. So I'm going to group that one and unhide. Let me go over here and get this and put it back. All right, now let's resave the file, and everything should be fixed. That should be trimmed out of that window for you. If you happen to cut one and it isn't, test it together, and you can trim it before you glue it. All you're going to do is just trim out a little piece here and a little piece on this edge, and you should be fine. You could probably even cut this whole side off, but it's going to kind of weaken that edge. But if you just want to cut this off even right there, you could do that too. There's more than one way you could fix this. All right, let's see if it's going to let us save. Yay! Yay! Yeah, yeah, we're trying to finish gifts and we're trying to do things and we just can't do it. And we don't even have a feedback button anymore. They took it out. So the feedback button used to be in here. Yeah, Shirley, there's more than one of the chapstick boxes in there. I've done one, I think there's at least 3 from previous years. So if you look in there, you might find those. Let's go. Oops, it didn't transition. Let's try that again. So all I did there was right here is I sliced this out. So if you cut yours and you test fit it and you've got this overhang, before you glue it, just trim that out. You don't have to cut a whole new piece. I'm probably just going to do the same thing with this one here, is just kind of trim it out. So you can get around it, you can work around it. This side I probably use my True Control knife and trim it up, but you can go in there and you can get that out of there if you accidentally cut it. And then make that box still usable. And I'll clean that up on the corners with my True Control. So you can fix it. It's not a big deal. But I fought it all day long because it kept moving my score lines. My thing was jumping all over the place every time I would try to attach. So at least we've got a working. The red one we know is working. The blue one might need a little bit of attention. No, they didn't fix it, Pat. I did not have it last week. Now that I've gotten this 0.148 update, I'm having the save issue. I was not having it prior. So it still exists. All right. Does anybody have any Design Space questions that I can help with? I can't help with the issues that are going on. You're going to have to contact support about that, guys. I'm truly sorry that it's happening. I'm as frustrated with it as you guys are. I know it's very frustrating here when you're trying to do stuff last minute, but there's truly nothing I can do about those issues. I've had several messages today about it, and there's not really anything I can do. I can tell you what needs to be done as far as if you need to slice, weld, contour, if you need to attach, or if you need what you need to do. I can help with those things, but I can't I can't fix Design Space. You're trying to download the hand sanitizer file and it's not showing up in Design Space, Marion. Let's see. Do you remember what tab that was on by chance, Marion? It's probably 2020 supporter tab because I think we did it this year. Let me see. And if you're a Patreon supporter, this is not your login. This is the password that I gave you, not the one that you log in here with. That is just to get to the files. Let's see. Amazon, then we got the UPS. There's the Tic Tac card from Louise. There it is. This one right here, is this the one? Is this it, Marion? I'm hoping that this is the one. I'm going to select it. And then it says to open Design Space. And so we don't need to download Design Space. I already have it. I just need to open the file and allow. Oops. Thank you. I did forget to switch. Let me go over to the monitor. Now, there we are. Let me pull that back up. Let's try that again. So here we are right here. I've logged in onto the site. This login is your login. If you click on one of these and you see a black box, that's the password supplied to you from me to access the files on Patreon and Ko-fi. And then right here, this is the hand sanitizer box. Okay. So we're going to click on it, and when you click on it, you don't download because you already have Design Space downloaded. You click Open and Allow, and then another window is going to open, and right here you'll see this, and then Customize, and it should open up. So if it's not, let's see, I'm trying to think here. There's nothing in there that's not available on iPad. Nothing but score lines and cut lines. There's no patterns, no drawing, no foiling. Are you on a mobile device, Marion? You're on Windows? Well, the file is working. Let me do this. If you can message me, Marion, I'm going to give you the new, well, it's not a new link. I'm going to give you a direct link and see if that will open. Maybe it's the device. So if you could message me on Messenger, I will send you that link. And maybe that will work. Yes, please, Sue. There's supposed to be some kind of a workaround. Maybe that is what the issue is. That's all I can think of because it opened for me, but it's my file. So that might be why it opened for me. You did the tree card with no problems? Okay. Let me see if I can get you. Does anybody else have any other questions? All right, Marianne, I sent it to you. Try it now and see if you could open it from that. Yeah, that's fine, Sue. I think that Marianne posted it. I'm not sure. Might want to check with her. I thought she had posted the workaround for Windows. I put it in your message box in your messenger, Marion. So, should be there. All right, guys. Super easy, quick, simple box. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to message me over the holidays. I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy everything to everybody. In case I missed anybody. You guys have a wonderful holiday with your families. Enjoy it. I will do a file on the 28th for you guys. That, like I said at the beginning, a thank you card so that you can send it out to anybody that sent you gifts and wish them a Happy New Year. That is what we're going to focus on for that tutorial on the 28th. And then I'm going to look at my calendar here if I can get it to pop up. Let's see. The next live will be January the 4th. January the 4th. So I'm going to say Happy New Year to everybody. Of course, I'll tell you guys in the group as well. You'll get to see that, but we just won't be doing it live.
Who do you want to send it to?
It's my phone is picking up stuff. Right here, yeah. We'll be going live on the 4th. Will be our next one. I may pop out a file on January the 1st if I can get to it. I am not going to make a promise, but I might pop out a small tutorial on the 1st. You switched to new canvas and it worked. Great. Glad you got it, Marion. Yay! All right. So try that, guys. Try switching to the new canvas and see if that, or the classic canvas. Switch between. If you're on new, switch to classic and see if it works. And if you're on classic and it won't, switch to the new, see if it works. I mean, we shouldn't have to do that, but it's a good workaround for now till they can fix it. All right, guys. You have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. If you need me, I will be around. I'll be on and off designing files and getting prepared for the new year. And it's going to be a great new year. You guys have a wonderful one.